So you just take a look at basketball histories. There's so many tremendous players. Wow. And here's my list of just the best team you could possibly assemble if you had your choice of any players in NBA history. The top 5, the best 5 players on one team. So point guard, you gotta go with John Stockton. Number 1 all time in assists, number 1 all time in steals, number 1 all time in whatever. And I mean, he's a distributor. You know how to distribute the ball. It's not all about like shooting. Stephen Curry thinks it's all about shooting because you're a point guard. No, you have to distribute too. It's more important to distribute. So John Stockton, who's also a good shooter, and he played defense extraordinarily well, unlike Stephen Curry, who, if I were, coach of a basketball team, I had Stephen Curry, I would really consider limiting his minutes because you got to play defense. You got to have good defenders in there and guys who distribute. No offense to Steph Curry, but, the hell with him. So the number 2 position, the other guard, is really a no-brainer. He's got to be Jerry West. This guy reinvented the entire game of basketball. He scored a jillion points on offense, and he didn't even have the luxury of having a three-point line. Like this guy Stephen Curry, he relies on the three-point line to get his points. Jerry West scored his points the legitimate way. And he was also a tremendous defender, unlike Stephen Curry. And who's that other guy? That guy on the Knicks, whatever. Who's that guy who shoots a lot, doesn't play defense? What is his name? I don't know. Carmelo Anthony. There we go. Carmelo Anthony didn't play defense like Jerry West. And just imagine Stockton passing to West. The athletic elegance of that would be off the charts. Stockton to Malone didn't really win any championships, but Stockton to West would win at least 15 championships. They played together. So then you got the number 3 position. Come on now. Do I even have to bring this one up? Your small forward has to be Larry Bird. If Jerry West reinvented the game of basketball, Larry Bird just, reinvented basketball. Then number 4 position, your power forward. I was thinking Kevin McHale, but, the thing is, we've already got a lot of players here who, are white, and people are going to think I'm racist if I have a white guy playing power forward. So instead of going with Kevin McHale, I'm going to go with Tom Chambers, which, I know he's also white, but compared to Kevin McHale, Tom Chambers is one of the most African-American people in the world, Just a prolific dunker, and he's my number 4 guy. And then at center, come on now. Your center has to be Bill Walton. Bill Walton, best player ever when his knees are good. If Bill Walton is having knee issues, then I'll go ahead and make the center Jack Sikma. So it's Walton or Sikma, depending on Bill Walton's knees. You got Stockton, you got West, Bird, Chambers, Walton/Sikma. That's the best team ever. I can't imagine any other team beating this team. I tried to put together another team that could be competitive at least against this team. The only one I could think of that could possibly compete with that team is at guard. You got downtown Dan Dickau, and number 2 you got to have Rex Fadeaway Chapman. Your small forward, Kiki Vandeweghe. Power forward, Hulk Hogan. And center, Bill Laimbeer, a.k.a. the Axe Murderer. I think that team could maybe do something against that first team, but I don't know. So, yeah. But you know what? I will say this, though. I know, I heard Dr. J said, my list has been fixed since I was a kid, and I'm never going to change it. Me, I'm willing to consider making changes to my list, It's open to changes. So, if this LeBron James character, if he works harder, if he adds some new components to his arsenal, if he really sits down and learns a few things, maybe I can just go ahead and put him on this list, and I'll just, I guess I might replace Kiki Vandeweghe with LeBron James if LeBron James improves. LeBron James should really study Kiki Vandeweghe, study the tapes of Kiki Vandeweghe if he wants to become a legitimate, really high-end basketball player. I heard once that, LeBron James was trained by Akeem Olajuwon, which, are you serious? Akeem? You don't learn basketball from a guy named Akeem. You learn basketball from a guy named Kiki. Everyone knows that. Apparently, LeBron James did not know that. You know, you want to learn, you learn from Kiki. You know, you don't learn from like a guy named Abdul-Jabbar either. You learn from a guy named Bill Laimbeer, let's say. So those are my suggestions to LeBron James, and yeah, that's my list, which is it's a list, and it's a good list. It's a great list.